He has barrier. He's not the guy you're looking to one-shot right now. You need to find a Tristana, or you need to go to the lane and 2v1 against Marin on this Fiora. So Jarnen has to sit in mid lane. Whenever he keeps going bot lane, it just goes even in that lane between him and Tristana, and then SKT wins the other 2 lanes in terms of pushing, and that's a big problem for H2K.
It really is, and again, we'll talk about a little bit more numbers. Ryu's going to jump in on Bengi. Repel will be able to get him out alive, but H2K is a team of traditionally either won early and won the game or lost. When behind at 20, they're 2-8. Whereas if they're ahead at 20, they're actually 16-2 over the course of the summer split. So stark differences. I'm not going to call 1,000 gold the end of the game yet, but for H2K, they are not in control of this match at all.
No, and the other play they could have made here, or should make, is if you want to stop these dragons from happening, when you play with an assassin, it's very important you get to the dragon first, and you start setting up deep, or not deep wards, but just pink wards. So you have bushes where you can hide out of vision for Ryu, and then surprise SKT, get to the backline and one-shot a guy. But they have 0 pink wards on them, so they cannot contest this dragon now.
So while I agree with you, I don't think SKT is... Or I don't think H2K is ignorant to the fact that that's what they need to do with an assassin mid laner. They just can't because SKT has so much wave pressure and so many deep wards. If they ever try and wait in a brush, they're losing a turret.
Well, I would argue right now that H2K have done a good job at least keeping the waves fairly even. They just had an opening to go in towards that dragon and try and secure the area. Obviously, again, it's not as easy as I'm saying here. Well, now you end up walking into SKT instead.
Well, there's the shuffle. Faker's got Empress Divine.
Nice.
That's a 2-man body slam, and Faker's down. The Empress Divine not even used. The Gnar is not going to get channeled just yet. Bengi's going to be the next focus. Jarnen was able to kill Faker. Now Marin's looking for Ryu and might just find him. Bang challenges down, but Ryu's going to stay alive and get away. Bang, left uncontested on the back line. He continues to auto-attack. Wolf with a 2-man knock-up. Jarnen, get in the fight, man. No auto-attacks down yet. The boomerang goes out. Not going to fly slow. Wow, Marin just eviscerates.
Beautiful play.
That's a double. Yeah,
what an outplay.
And SKT demolish H2K.
He completely baited SKT, right? H2K, sorry, right there. He jumps in, and when Ryu thinks I can one-shot this guy, he blocks the damage.
Holy crap, Marin. Faker gets caught out at the start of that fight, and because H2K had been pushed in for so long, they pile in. And honestly, this was H2K's fight to lose after they killed Faker. At the very beginning of this fight, Jarnen actually trades a nice amount of damage with Faker, and Lulex times his body slam flash just right and gets the knockback. So Faker, gone. At this point, Marin's teleport completes, and he is now in the fight, but it begins kind of a 4v5. He gets a ton of damage down onto Ryu right away, takes him out of the fight. So that's already essentially a kill, because Ryu doesn't do anything for the rest of the fight there. But this is where the fight gets impressive. H2K could back away, take the 2-for-1, and then reset a dragon, but they get greedy. They want more. Marin dashes in for a kill, and then look at that. While he's channeling, you cannot deal damage to him. With that fight, they go straight for Baron. This game is not over yet.
Wow, 3,000 HP on Baron. H2K drips and drabs. There's no teleport for Odoamne. He's far away. SKT managed to get Baron secured. It may be at Wolf's life cost, though. No, Kasing forced to jump backwards. Unbreakable. Here comes Odoamne. He's in Mega Gnar already. And SKT managed to get out with some aggressive posturing. Baron secured, and that dragon as well.
And we really get to see why Fiora is such a powerful pick on this patch right here. The damage you can deal whenever Marin jumped in a matter of just 2 seconds, he would chunk H2K down to nothing. Didn't get to proc his ulti, which normally is the almost guaranteed win in a fight if he does. Now, another fight mid lane, though.
Well, take a look at this. Bang, looking for those critical hits. The QSS has been used, and Ryu's forced away. Look at the mid lane. SKT, they're pressuring the tower.
When SKT has an inch, they take a mile. They win the team fight. They go straight for Baron because Odoamne went down bottom, and now they're trying to use these Baron minions to demolish the turrets. Azir and Trist live for these types of sieges, and they want to push. H2K did enough damage to SKT that they may repel them for now.
The only reliable wave clear on the side of H2K is with Jarnen on that Sivir. And he's going to have a tough task. As long as those Baron Empowered minions are knocking on his door. Ryu, 1-1 on that LeBlanc. He tried to pick off Wolf, but gave up some positioning in that mid lane a moment or two ago.
And fight before Dragon, he tried to get Marin, but once again, it's so hard for him because Marin can block so much of the damage, the burst coming, and then he can just instantly dash towards Ryu and take the fight. And there's obviously 0 armor on LeBlanc at this point in the game versus Black Cleaver and Hydra on a Fiora. I mean, that's very one-sided.
I will say that this game is much less one-sided than many were expecting. We're 26 minutes in. The gold lead is only 4,000. The game did not end at 25 minutes, as Monte Cristo made the bold prediction on the analyst desk. But this one, H2K, if that Dragon fight, if they don't overcommit onto Marin, they could actually still be winning this game.
Well, Kasing's in trouble. On the hunt's been used by Hjarnan, and the Glacial Fissure was thrown down. Kasing's life is forfeit. SKT, 4-man strong, will take themselves their 4th tower.
Well, they did overcommit on Amaran at the Dragon fight, and now they're paying some pretty harsh consequences. One mistake has led into a chain of ups. H2K does feel out of sorts here. They're trying desperately to stop this, but it's probably inhibitor ground.
SKT showed respect to H2K. They didn't try and overcommit in the early game. They played out the lanes. They knew they had the pushing advantage. Could just wait for key items, and they still have the power buff.
Well, we just talked about how it's 26 minutes in and the game's not over. We may need to revisit that discussion in 10 seconds, gentlemen. We do see Ryu still looking for a target, but not going to find one. And SKT not going to overcommit. The death timers were still low, and Kasing was able to respawn.
And that's been the thing here for SK Telecom. They've felt in control almost all game long. There was a very good move for H2K with the dive on the top side of the map. We saw some good fights coming in. Lulex in these team fights have had some very good engages on the Gragas. And they're looking for another fight potentially. Wolf does have ulti ready though.
Let's take a look. Emperor's Divide available for Faker. And the threat means H2K will back away. Teleport's available for Marin. He continues to pressure the bottom lane. And Supers will be knocking on the steps of H2K's base shortly. H2K starting to come apart at the seams. Looking maybe for a desperate play to get themselves back into it.
Yeah, and the trickiest thing about this is even a desperate play that works might still grant SKT an advantage. Marin is such a monster in the split push here. Maybe Ottawamne can't even stop him from continuing the push, and that just makes a 4-on-4 with all the disengage on the side of SKT's 4. H2K is in a lot of trouble here.
A lot of this goes back to the pick and ban phase as well, where Elise was the first pick for SK Telecom after H2K ban out a lot of these OP picks. They keep trying to look for something. Ryu jumps in, doesn't really pull the trigger with his ulti just yet. But getting that Fiora and Elise combo meant that H2K couldn't fight against Marin in the early game. They gave up first spot as well with the double flash used from SK Telecom, which kind of starts the whole snowball. It went fairly slow, but it was in control of SK Telecom. And now we're going to have to see what Marin can do in a team fight on a very farmed Fiora.
Farmed and fed. Over 10 CS a minute at this point in time, involved in 7 of his team's 8 kills. Secured 5 of them himself. Marin is a monster. And is able to just pick apart whoever he chooses.
Yeah, 4,400 gold difference there. And you can see SKT gained 2,400 gold from the moment right before they had Baron till the expiration of the buff. So adding significantly to their advantage.
Yeah, more importantly, open up the base, get inhibitor down. You have 3 dragons to 0, so you have multiple ways you can now play it out. If you're SK Telecom, there's barely anything wrong you can do other than start splitting up and allowing Ryu to get maybe a one-shot if Faker randomly walks into him. But as a team, SK Telecom should never make that mistake. H2K looking to see maybe we can sneak a tower in the mid lane. Too late
Not this
though.
time. H2K are just being outplayed across the map here. SKT continually finding advantages, and while the 4-man SKT pushes down the bottom, again, Marin is on a side lane. He's looking to secure that top lane inner turret. Ottawamne is going to go mega, and SKT pay it the proper respect, backing away. His will be quick enough. Glacial Fissure not there. Look at Ryu on the left-hand side of the screen. It's just not going to be enough.
And that Sivir ultimate down. Still no response from Marin on the other side of the wave. SKT's going to get some big advantage out of this.
Another tower's going to fall shortly. Marin is going to chunk that one away. He's got GA available. We're actually going to cut over. Ultimate thrown onto Ottawamne. But Marin's going to back out, and it's just, there's too many balls for H2K to juggle, and they cannot. Wow! By Ryu, he's down. Bang! Sends him packing. Tries to find Hjarnan, not going to be able to. This Satchel, Cask rather, knocks Lulex backwards, and he's going to go down as well. It's done. SKT are destroying H2K's base. Top lane inhibitor is under fire. Bang, and Marin are taking it down. The tower fell in the bottom lane. There'll be another inhibitor falling if they even want it. Nexus turret number 1 will be dropping at the 31st minute. Number 2 will follow shortly thereafter. And SKT on the board, 1-0 in the group stages.
And Quickshot, it was so systematic. 31 minutes is a fast game, but it felt slow. H2K looked to be having a gold advantage, because they did have a gold advantage for a lot of the game, but they never really had control of the match. Every time they went for a play, SKT would have an answer or pressure somewhere. And it's an adequate start for SKT here.
The small openings that were for H2K, they didn't take advantage of it. We didn't get to see the pink wards trying to set up Ryu to create some picks. He was stuck in the mid lane against Faker all game long, so that full control of where the assassin was on the side of H2K. But we have seen 3 games today now where once a team gets a fairly good goal lead, they can close it out very effectively. The teams really know how to use the composition. Cloud9 with the Siege comp to start grouping with Vega, Tristana, take down towers. SK Telecom here using Fiora to split push and then just put Tristana and Azir together and take down these towers. So far for me as well, I'm seeing Tristana as an AD carry who's having so much value because she's so good at fast pushing down these towers here, because she can handle herself in basically every single lane. And it just becomes a very safe pick in otherwise a meta where there's so many crazy picks.
Yeah.
North America was on the Tristana.